What's up, guys? I have no clue if this is gonna work or not, and I'm trying to go live using my phone through a GoPro, and we're sitting in the skid steer. I'm working on a trail. I'm building a trail. I got the Precision Manufacturing mini clip, that tree shear on the front of this skid steer, and I'm working on a video for you guys, but I don't know if this is going to work out. My cellular service at my house is terrible, and we're going to do our best to go live in the skid steer. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it works. But I've been working on a trail for a couple hours and got a pretty good little road built. Basically what I'm doing, I've got a fence line between a border boundary between me and my neighbor here, and just kind of making a trail, another ATV trail, side-by-side trail, something we can use as a fire break if we need to. The other side of the property, other side of this fence line used to be solid timber, but my neighbor came in and dozed it all a couple years ago, so it's kind of cleared off. But I'm gonna spin this GoPro around, take you on a little tour. Let me know what you think. I can see your comments on my phone, but I am trying to drive a skid steer and keep you guys entertained, I guess. So let's see how this works. I don't know, we'll see. Let's take off. We're still rolling because I can't see the video. I don't know if it's frozen for a second or what. What are you guys up to today? What's the weather like? I know here, right now it's not too bad, but we're expecting to get super, super cold really soon. Can you guys even see me, or is it just frozen still? I can see myself still in the screen, or the video's frozen. So anyways, I'll just talk you through it. Maybe we'll make this thing work for a little while. But you can see everything on the left out here is my property, and then on the right there's a fence, and the right side there where it's all wide open is my neighbor's. So been working on cutting a trail. Basically, I just like to have access to everything on my property, and there's a few places we don't have trails built yet and such. So that's all I'm trying to do today, is just to make a nice little trail. It's not perfect yet, but got a few stumps in the way. There's a few things that I haven't been able to cut with this tree shear just because of the diameter. But I'll show you how it works real quick. We'll pick out this little tree right here. I don't know. Looks like a good one needs to go. Just clip it off at the ground. So I really try to do my best to come through and keep out all the eastern red cedar and the elm trees and things, and try to leave the good oak trees and a few other, you know, hardwoods and things. So it really hurts me that my neighbor knows all of this. This used to be really, really good deer hunting, and they came in and cleared everything out to graze their cattle. You can actually kind of sort of see a little bit of a food plot over there where it's nice and green. I don't know that he really does any good hunting over there because, well, it's just a wide open field, and most of the deer, you know, stay in the timber. The deer like to be in the woods. So this was a hairy little spot that I had to work on, because I don't know if it comes through on video or not, but it's not exactly level. There's a pretty good ditch that runs through there. Dropped my phone, so hang on. Can't see your comments. Too many things going on at once here, isn't there? see the walkers are on here helping me out in the comments. I really appreciate that, because there is no way I can read all the comments right now. Easy, easy. But you know, the kids, Emily especially, loves to get out on the side-by-side. They can both sidekick and just ride around. So we have trails all through this property. It's 110 acres, and it's always a work in progress. I really want to do more of this at the new place at Mill Creek. I keep calling it the new place, but memories popped up the other day. We actually signed a contract on it a year ago already. Closed on it in like February, I think. But eventually I'm going to have to quit calling it the new property. We'll get back here and into some stuff, and we'll actually trim some trees a little bit. You guys are getting a little bit of a preview ahead of time of the video I've been working on all morning. It's really difficult to film YouTube videos in a skid steer, because you got to get in and out of the machine so many times to move cameras around and things. So it's not exactly a one-man job, but that's how many we have on the crew today, so that's what we're using. So here's basically where I made it to. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a fence ahead of me. This is a three-way. Is that wide open field? But it's that's the boundary with the national park where the hunters were at that day. Came in on us, and so it makes a left turn right here, and makes, you know, a 90-degree left turn. And this is as far as I've made it. It's kind of a brushy area, so we'll get in here and trim up a few trees. I don't know what's going on with my chat. I can't keep up with you guys. I look frozen on my end, so as long as it keeps working, we'll do a live stream for a little while. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Let's go over here and find some trees to cut, because while we're here, right? Too many, not enough hands right now. But a little mini clip is just basically a big tree shear. It's made for a tractor, but it works really good on this skid steer. It rotates, the head rotates on it, so I can stick it right down to the ground and just clip these trees off like this. And after they fall, I'll usually go back, let go of it. I usually come back in here and pick it up and move it. Trying to be conscious of where the camera's at and not block you guys' view too much. But so watch, I can reach down and pick it up. I know there's a lot of obstructions here, but we'll get back set. Okay, pick that guy up. Just take it over here and put it in this ditch. Cut it up. A lot of times I'll cut them 3 or 4 times so that they'll lay down flat on the ground a little better. This skid steer is something that I've dreamed of for years. You know, if you guys are longtime fans of the channel, we used to have a really good partnership with GP Rents, and we would get rental skid steers all the time and get a lot of work done. And I kind of fell in love with them then, and it's just amazing the amount of work you can do and the maneuverability versus a tractor. I need all this little bitty brush. I can knock some of them down. Anyways, the skid steer is just so much more maneuverable. It's so much more power. I mean, you can just walk up to a tree, flip her off, let it fall, go ahead and knock that stump out of the way. Just clips them off right at the ground. Now, this mini clip, like I said, is made for a tractor. You guys, I posted a video. You've probably seen a video of me using it on the tractor. And I was talking to the owner of the company, and he's like, "Hey, if I'd have known you were getting a skid steer, we'd have made sure we got you the bigger tool that's made for a skid steer." So far, I can't see why I would need a bigger one. This thing does everything I need it to, and so much more. There's a pretty good dip right in front of me, guys, so we're going to kind of fall off this little cliff, I guess. Not really a cliff. We're going to go off into this ditch. Having a machine on tracks takes a little getting used to. It's like a bulldozer. once it breaks over, it just kind of wants to fall with you. So I'm gonna try to get that tree without jabbing this into the ground. On the ground, really. Precision Manufacturing also makes a tree puller, and I made a deal with them back during when I was at the National Show, because Dusty was doing the clear fence lines on the cross timbers nice in places, and we ended up getting him the tree puller for his skid steer, and I didn't own a skid steer. I was just going to borrow Dusty's, but I'd much rather use my own stuff. So Dusty has a tree shear from them, I mean a tree puller, that'll, a lot of these trees that I'm cutting off at the ground, it would just straight pull up. That feeling takes a little getting used to, I'm not going to lie. Brand new machine, so I don't have a lot of time in the seat with this thing yet, so probably say slow operator on it, and that's all right. I'm still learning. I mean, it's got 11 hours on the meter right now, so not a lot of time in the seat with this thing yet. It's been too muddy lately. I just haven't been able to get out here really do a whole lot, because with these tracks this thing makes a mess. I'm just trying to clip off some of these little ones, guys. We'll get back to some bigger trees in a second. Let's pick this up and get it out of the way. Trying to make a brush pile anywhere, because we're just pulling like 1 or 2 trees here and there, but just really kind of making a trail. And I'll just go stack them as I get them cut. Not stack them, I'll just go pile them in the woods, put them in the woods, and wherever they rot, because obviously a down tree in the woods is not really a big deal. We're not clearing pastures or anything like that here today. Let's see if I can move these out of the way. That's not too bad. I'll stop and look at the comments for a second. Billy said, too bad they can't make a skid steer that switches between tracks and tires. And you know, I don't know. There's a place for a machine on tires, but for me, in what I do, I didn't even consider buying a machine with tires, because they're made, to me, they're perfect on asphalt or concrete, but the machine on tracks like this does so much better in the woods and the dirt. You can get a lot better traction, I believe. I don't know. Going off of my theories and what I think. It would be nice to come back in here with a